Here we are, Jay. Another apology video.
Maybe this is part of the plan. We do run a YouTube channel. And we like views and clicks.
I'm sorry, old world, again.
Again. Part 2.
Again. I'm sorry again.
What were we sorry about the first time?
I apologize for being wrong about it, like, being like a bit of a not great release or something, or like people not playing it. Or,
you're talking about originally?
Yeah, we did like a whole bunch of videos
when
covering
it came
in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think we were like...
Yeah, it's actually, yeah, it's true.
And then it was like, okay, it actually did a lot better than I thought it did.
Yeah, it did.
So...
Yeah.
Yeah. And funny thing, like what I said before I get to my formal apology here, okay?
Yeah, you got to make people...
Yeah, I got to actually... but it doesn't matter, like, because like you could preface things as much as you want people to forget those parts. But I always said, like, I hope I'm wrong.
We do say that.
People always miss that part where I'm like, I actually like this stuff, and we played fantasy battles to death.
I mean, it's obvious that no one actually watches. They just the clickbaity title is.
I mean, it is very clickbaity.
Very
in their defense. The titles are indefensible.
Now, in my defense, you're watching something on YouTube, so like that's.
We do this for free.
Like literally every video that comes out is unfortunately that's how the algorithm works. So
I mean, if you're on our
based on humans.
If you're on our Patreon and you have a legitimate complaint, I'll definitely hear you out for sure. Yeah, if you watched it for free and you don't feel like you got your money's worth, so what am I sorry about this time? Okay, let's figure it out. I'm sorry that I probably was a little harsh about Cathay, because I think I'm gonna update my. No, you know what? I'm gonna be generous here and say it did pretty good.
Yeah.
Not excellent, pretty good.
So we've gone from it did fine.
Fine, yeah, because we said fine, but people didn't watch the video. They got really upset. So
we went from fine to pretty good.
And people are gonna like kill me for that because they're like, I can't get a battalion box across the whole world now, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. Here's the thing. The reason I can't say it was amazing, and I can never. This is a terrible apology, by the way, because I'm sorry, but or whatever.
You're supposed to.
I'm sorry, but.
Oh God.
The reason why I can't upgrade to amazing. I can't say it was a slam dunk because
you hate old rule.
No. No. Because two things. Number one. And I hate this is the bar, unfortunately, these days. Is everything's not sold out.
Right.
Everything's not sold out. You can still get like stone dudes. You can still get.
Well, we're moving the goalposts
now. I never set the goalpost in the first place. That's the best part. It's anywhere. Oh, I can get it. Yeah.
No, it's true. Yes.
Yeah. You can get
Lantern Sentinels,
cards, the character packs, the little dragon guy.
Yeah.
At least in North America, you can still get all that stuff.
No, people obviously, whether they're tapped or whatever, were like, I'm going to get the army box. Which good value
makes 100% sense.
Box and book is
people are like, I'm starting this army.
Yeah.
Not everybody starts an army by buying the entire army. And I 100% understand that. Like, that makes a ton of sense to me. So that kind of behavior kind of tracks the fact that all that stuff wouldn't sell out. Well, it's just that like there wasn't a lot made. So that's where I'm kind of like, if everyone's allocations were cut on this stuff down to like 2s and 3s and it still didn't sell out. I think what it really does is it just shows you that the old world, as great of a product as it is still for a small portion of the population, right?
Yeah.
This is like one Saturday out of 52 in a year, and it did pretty good.
Yeah. No, I think ultimately, we said in the previous one that, especially now a week later, I think Games Workshop is probably very happy with.
And the way I measure that, like, and I can't say that I was like, oh, it was a slam dunk, is because like I didn't. To be fair, I probably could have sold 2 more boxes.
Yeah, I think the viewers. This is probably why we probably should like add the extra or whatever you want to call it, or what we should quantify what is the amazing release. And like we're used to things where the amazing release has, let's say 10 people or 8 people are like, I need
Space Wolves.
They're like, I need, make sure I get this, make sure I get that.
Yeah.
and they're putting money down, and it's all like, and they're even like circling. They told me months ago, and then they circle back and tell me again, and then even the day, but they're like, "Oh, did you make sure?" Things like that, and then also you, in the weeks after, you see, it's still being talked about. It's people are playing more, like you see it out in the wild, and it's like when Emperor's Children this year, Eldar release, like it was not just like a Saturday and that's it. It was like before and after.
People are coming in. You got this still. You got I need this.
We're still looking for things.
It's the ravenousness about it. The hype. It's the people are So there wasn't a lot of that.
So I would say from the viewer's perspective that they are correct in that for the population of people interested, it did well. I guess. We're just, I guess for us, or maybe we come off as haters or annoying because we're probably not factoring or ignoring that, like, there's like different groups, I guess, and like that group of people that want 40K or something is just going to be much bigger.
I can't report on your community in the UK. I'm not there, so it's that's just people forget that, right?
Sure,
it's like we only have so much reach.
I think the reason we even get into this is because of how much or how loud the like. I'm sure this is like related to the like how much like all that discussion or discourse about how this the whole like GW made so many mistakes killing Old World the first time, and AOS is such a rubbish product, and how could they, and look, it's back, it's gonna come back and dethrone and be back on the wall and all. It's like just it's all nonsense. Like you just have to accept like the way that things are, I guess. And we were saying from the beginning that, like, let's hold your horses. Like, this is good. Well, where's it going to go and how's it going to evolve, right? So, it's trudging along. I'm going to still say things like, and I know it's going to sound, again, pushing goalposts, etc. is like, okay, next. What's next?
Right.
Because I can tell you, I haven't done a chart video in a while, but I can tell you, at least in general, like our own tiny little speck of data point that maybe doesn't matter, is that like last year was very consistent. Like as the books and journals and things came out, there was like good amounts, or some of them popped a little bit. Like sometimes someone came and actually bought a new army or like of high elves or something.
Yep.
But the last little while, it's come down quite a bit. I have very little movement on that. I know, again, I'll get the viewers.
Well, devil's advocate, Jay, is we hate the game. So
obviously, right.
But ignoring the reality is we've been running leagues,
ignoring the whole regular base that I have.
Jay's painted an army, and plays with people,
sure.
But we hate the game.
We hate the game, though.
Hate the game. We're one of the only shops that have like a huge selection of it. Yeah.
So anyway, these apology videos again, just
terrible apology.
Garbage. Yeah. We should just stop here and like, I'm sorry, you're right, I was wrong.
I think the point is that it's so much more nuanced than that, right?
It is.
Old World is always going to have. It's always going to carry the baggage.
Sure.
From the previous game that was dead for 10 years.
Yeah.
With it, whether we like that or not, and as people that work for the company and love that game and supported that game when other people didn't, and to see it die.
Yeah.
We're always going to have that baggage as well, right?
Yeah.
So when people, tell me to my face that it's doing amazing, and I'm like, I have this like 30-year history in my brain of like that not being the case, and then how like it's just a different animal now, in the sense that like let's move into, because this kind of follows that thought. Let's move into like, why did GW make so few of the battalion blocks? Right, like they did a hard cap.
Yeah.
Like we know, like lots of shops ordered like a ton and basically got cut down to 2 or 3.
Right.
Like so very, and I say very little. Like if there's like 3,000 LGSs and 3,500 LGSs in North America, that's like less than 10,000 units or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, maybe the whole world only got
and I hate to do this because like Chris compare it to Space Marines again, but like you could have ordered 60 Space Wolf boxes and still got them. So it's like it's whole
it is.
So would you say it's like still like there's this like Games Workshop has this like lack of confidence there?
Yeah, I mean this goes back to the it's factual. I think at this point, it's
Careful.
It's a specialist game. It is not. Again, that's not even a slight against it. That's not being. It just means that you're going to get less. You're not going to get as many releases, and they're not going to be as big. They're going to be more spread out. That's all. And so it also means that you'll have more limited runs of books and things, and that's just how it is. But I think there is I think the GW plan is still to keep it going and keeping evolving, and I do think it's going to be when Heresy. This is what we're in 2.0, 3.0 next coming up. It's just going to get bigger and better as it goes. I just it's very hard to predict where I'll put it this way, I still get new Heresy players to this day. The old world side, it was a very it was very much a generation of people just dusting off
coming
their
back
armies
to it, yeah.
And then there was a very small amount of new, and this is always in anything, whatever game you can think of, miniature game or card game, when you as a store see less and less or very few new people walk in and be I want to start a new this, you start being that's okay. So really what we're doing is just maintaining,
which is always scary in this hobby because people are leaving the hobby all the time, right, or putting it back down or whatever, right, or stop buying.
Well,
right?
It's the whole okay, well, after you get your you had your couple of waves of high elves with your journals and special models and whatever, you're so is there going to be anything else for you in the next
because to your point,
5 years?
Maybe that person is they're a customer in waiting, right? They're this is the small sliver of GW stuff that I've shown interest in, and if they do release new stuff for it, I will purchase it. But it's not you're oh, I collect old world. It's I just have my high elf army and I maintain it, right?
Yeah. And then as that goes on, then then you're gonna see over time is that gonna you leave that long enough and with enough cases where that happens, then eventually the company itself is going to be well, the return is not coming back how we wanted. It's getting smaller, so then do we have to change it up again? I don't, who knows what, right? But I guess they've killed things before, so that's where Chris and I are always I don't know. And of course, to the viewers, we're our store. The business, make no mistake, a lot of these discussions about anything is about making money, selling stuff. There's no question all these releases are great, in terms of what we're physically talking about here. This Cathay army is incredible, right? And and even the Joey's been supporting the old world game, which is cool. That's another little small thing that's important. I remember when the game launched, they were very oh, we're just going to release the books, we're not going to do anything. They kind of made it sound we're not going to even maintain this. We're just going to release it and that's it. And off.
No, but they've had FAQs and stuff.
And now they're the big one here changed the whole game.
Yeah, they added they beefed up infantry.
It's literally
extra rank of attacks.
We're in edition 1.5 now. Definitively.
Yeah.
So I can see them looking at the numbers and being maybe they'll probably, I don't know if they already do. Maybe they'll do a world champs for that too and whatever. So.
The fact that at Adepticon in the GW cultivated area, in the main area they had an old world banner. They had an old world event in the main area.
Oh yeah,
speaks that they actually,
Yeah. So. Anyway, we were wrong.
Yeah.
We were wrong.
We were mostly wrong.
Mostly wrong. Mostly wrong. The second that Italian sold out, we were wrong. It was oh.
Well, yeah. It still didn't sell it on the day one, so
we are measuring up against items that sell out within an hour, so I guess you're right, yeah.
And we only had 2. So it's not And I still go back to the fact
that if I had 20 and I sold 3, then it would be different.
Here's the other thing, and this isn't to back up my apology a little bit, but at least with the ones we had left or whatever, the big thing for us, just evaluating the sort of how successful is this release going to be and is we didn't have that pre-order list, right? Like we didn't have that. Like this thing got previewed like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And we had one person on a pre-order list, right? And to me, that's the crazy thing, right? That's where I was like, whoa.
Like, it doesn't matter if you like our channel or our shop or not.
You might think we're shit or whatever.
When items are hot,
Yeah.
people don't care.
Yeah.
They don't go, oh, I watched these guys badmouth Old World. They're going to be like, they still have some? Like, order. Like, that's how the world works, unfortunately. So, like, especially on these new releases that are like FOMO usually.
Yeah.
So,
I guess if you just talk about Old World objectively, you're a hater.
Yeah. I mean, again, people ignore the fact that like we have negative takes on lots of things, or realistic takes on lots
I think
of things.
it's because the Old World people come in for just this video,
Yes.
and they don't actually watch our channel, right? They need to get their like, which is we appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.
We do actually.
Yeah.
That's why we continue to make these.
These videos are for you.
These are for you.
All right, should we read a couple comments?
We're gonna read some comments. There's some good ones. You guys came up
I don't know
with
if I can find a store who poo-poos the Old World at every possible opportunity. I mean, it really doesn't surprise me that you might be struggling shifting the Old World items if you're unenthusiastic about those in-store sales.
I don't know. I've never.
Have you ever poo-pooed someone when they're in the shop?
Like in no situation has someone come in and I've asked them what they're into and then said, "Oh, that's bad." Yeah.
Tau sucks, man. You should get this.
Yeah. Internet take is one thing, but yeah.
It's funny because like the vast majority of comments are actually pretty positive, but like there's also as many people that are mad at us for like telling them just our opinions or whatever. There's as many people basically here just to dunk on Old World.
Also that
with comments like this, there was a reason GW canned the Old World the first time.
Yeah.
No one bought anything, and they played the same army for a decade.
Those are just bots we paid, obviously. Like
we are so rich. We have so many Russian bots. What are we doing here, guys?
What are we doing here?
Good question.
That's a good question, actually.
And then you get a bunch of people that are in this boat. I was excited for Cathay. The models are great, etc. However, the models are a long-term box. It is not limited, so I can hold off. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people felt that way too, right?
Fair take.
It's a long take. That's actually a take I usually encourage with people. I'm like, you don't need to be FOMO. It's going to be around.
You can just
I'm on the fence with Cathay, but I want to see how it plays before I invest time and money into it. Okay, true. People just waiting around.
A lot of people just letting us know.
This guy, my local store here in the UK has 21 battalions still available for pre-order.
I thought it was sold out in the UK.
I don't know how that guy get 21 battalions. That's what I'd like to know.
It's probably.
I have a feeling that like there were like regional allocations for this.
Yeah.
We tried. I think I told people in the first video that got us in trouble where like I was trying to explain the really bad history of like American Warhammer Fantasy battles.
Yeah.
Specifically, like I was in those meetings where they're like, "You guys sell nothing." And us Canadians taking flack for it because we were actually.
And I mentioned in the other thing is that there is someone's job in GW North America to tell the UK how many we want, and they're going to look at their sales data from the last 20 years and say, you know what, I'm going to take less. Don't give me 30,000, give me 10,000.
Yeah, and it's probably selling a lot better in Europe, and that's probably why they're getting more.
That's right. Yeah.
Obviously, there are big regional differences, at least in Europe. It seems to sell well enough. Okay, people are there.
Again, that's another proving point that, if it was the greatest thing ever, then that wouldn't be a problem. So
they didn't put out real units for existing factions and cut out half the armies from the game. They did do that, yeah.
Yeah. People like this about videos.
My Old World brethren can buy Cathay. I'm saving for Kislev, baby. Me too. Mm-hmm. Me too.
True.
Not just a Canadian thing. In the UK, you can still pre-order Cathay boxes pretty much anywhere. So.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think there might have legitimately been a backlash in the US specifically because thinking of it as a perfect storm, like taking the fact that like you have a really bad sales record in terms of the old, not the Old World, but like Warhammer Fantasy battles in the US. Mm-hmm. One of the reasons because it's such a big market that the game got canned in the first place, and then I'm just projecting here a little bit that like maybe the Old World didn't sell great in the US and caused them to order less of these Cathay boxes.
Sure.
And now this amazing release that people are actually excited about gets under ordered.
It could
essentially
be.
for
Yeah,
the market.
I don't
right?
know.
So I don't know. This is just speculation.
We have no
right?
idea. We're just saying like, you know, just from a grassroots level, I never got the just fervor and crazy excitement. And again, could be because we hate old world and people know we hate old world or whatever, or that whatever that idea is.
I don't have the energy to hate anything.
I know.
Like, I don't hate anybody or you know what I mean. Like I just hate takes so much effort and energy.
I know.
Oh my gosh, hate.
Man, people have been not watching this for like 15 minutes. Yeah,
but I mean that's the best part, right? For the people that actually watch this.
I mean, so I'll leave it with this
Yeah.
for the hardcore viewers. Is I'm seriously considering
a second old world army.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh baby, I actually was just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Probably could be. Yeah.
Holy I knew it. It's Asian models. Jay can't help himself.
It's Asian models.
He can't help himself.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
Wow, he's gonna, what do you call it? Double lap me or whatever before I.
No, I'll do the thing where I paint a second army, so then I can be like, "Come play with me. Here, take this one, and I'll play with this one." And aren't you my friend?
Oh my god! You know what? Actually,
He'd probably still say no. To be honest.
It's funny.
Like, nah.
There's two armies that I was really strongly considering painting up, potentially for AOS, but I could see myself doing them for Old World, and one of them is Chaos Warriors,
right?
Because I love the new miniatures. I get that you did that already, but like I still would really enjoy it. And then doing a Vampire Counts army,
sure.
All those great new miniatures and putting them on square bases and having a laugh or whatever would be pretty cool.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll see. Maybe it'll happen after this horse heresy thing we're doing. So who knows? Well, hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was probably the worst apology I've ever given in my life.
So bad.
Well, I'll try better. Next apology will be better.
Apology, the 3.0.
Third apology to Overall. I'll get that one right.
Yeah.
I'll finally figure that out. I got to get some counseling on how to actually apologize to people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that video, the only way that video will be accepted is if it begins with me taking AOS off the wall and putting it in the box.
It's just Jay packing up AOS or whatever,
AOS,
and then just putting 7 blue boxes on the wall.
Yeah, it's like all 7 of them.
Yeah. Wow. You have to get a dunk in there, right?
It's 24th minute or whatever.
Thanks for watching, guys. Check out our hobby channel, Lords of War hobby channel, which is a very innovative name. Check out our Patreon. That's your best place if you want to get in touch with us, engage with us, give us ideas for videos, or you have a burning topic you want discussed. Our favorite type of video is letting us know about the hobby shop you go to, or hey, I want to open a hobby shop .x or whatever. We got some of those coming up in the pipeline. So
oh yeah.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
Thanks. Bye.